In the last 2 or 3 weeks, the command recorded some breakthroughs due to the support of the people and proactive measures put in place by officers and men of this command. They are as follows. Arrest of armed robbers cum kidnappers. On the 16th March 2020 at about 16:00 hours, some members of a notorious armed robbery cum kidnapping syndicate who have been terrorizing members of the public within Ibadan metropolis and other parts of Oyo State invaded the poultry farm of one Mrs. Omobola Adepoju at Badeku village, Egbeda area of Ibadan, with guns and other dangerous weapons. The notorious armed robbers kidnappers attacked the same Mrs. Omobola Adepoju and her elder sister, Abiodun Ifeoluwa, whom they met on the farm, and dispossessed the duo of their cell phones and some amount of money. The armed robbers kidnappers later whisked the duo away to an unknown location where they subsequently contacted their relatives and demanded for ransom before they would be released. As soon as this was reported at SARS Office Ibadan /AKS, a combined team of SARS, AKS, and Federal SARS operatives swung into action, and the victims were later rescued unhurt after their relatives had allegedly paid some ransom to the criminal elements. Meanwhile, 5 members of the notorious armed robbery cum kidnapping syndicate, who later identified themselves as Ibrahim Mohammed, aka Dogo, Shago, aka Blackie, Kasimu Salisu, Buhari Musa, and Tolorosho Elijah, were arrested in their hideouts at Adams Bar and Lodge, located at Bodija Market area, Ibadan, Oyo State, and other locations in Sokoto State. Meaning that these criminal elements, having perpetrated this evil act of kidnapping, ran away to Sokoto State. But like I promised our people, the criminal elements, whether they like to hide in the hole, we will follow them to the hole. And I can assure you that whatever they must have done, we will continue to go after them. Upon interrogation, the suspects confessed to the crime and series of previous criminal activities they had masterminded within Oyo State. They equally explained in details how they shared the ransom among themselves, and a cash sum of 730,000 naira only was later recovered from the first suspect, which is his own share of the ransom, and 5 Bajaj motorcycles, which have been the benefits that he has derived from the crimes he has committed in terms of kidnappings for ransom. He has been one of the major group members that have been carrying out such activities. Some of them are Ibrahim Mohammed, aka Dogo, Shago, aka Blackie, Kasimu Salisu, Buhari Musa, Folorosho Elijah, were arrested and in custody. Cash sum of 730,000 naira recovered. 5 Bajaj motorcycles, which they bought with the proceeds of crime, were also recovered. 2. Arrest of armed robbers cum kidnappers. Again on the 17th March 2020, at about 0200 hours, some notorious members of an armed robbery cum kidnapping syndicate, who have been terrorizing members of the public and parts of Oyo State, invaded the residence of one Mrs. Mary Dadawi Iladun of Bode Thomas Estate, located in Oyo Town, with guns, cutlasses, knives, and some other dangerous weapons. The notorious hoodlums attacked the same Mrs. Mary Dadawi Iladun and her daughter, Deborah Dada, whom they met with her in the house, and also dispossessed the duo of technophones, some amount of money at gunpoint, and whisked them away. They later blindfolded Mrs. Dada, bundled her into a Toyota Camry car, and whisked her away to an unknown destination, where they subsequently contacted her husband and family and demanded for ransom before she would be released. As soon as the incident was reported, consequent upon diligent investigation, a team of AKS and SARS operatives swung into action, and the victim was later rescued unhurt after her husband had allegedly paid cash sum of 1 million naira ransom to the armed robbers cum kidnappers. Meanwhile, in the course of investigation, 5 members of the notorious armed robbery cum kidnapping syndicate, who later identified themselves as Usman Umar, Shaibu Haruna, Lawal Haruna, Usman Dahiru, and Aliyu Mohammed were arrested in their various hideouts at Adams Bar and Lodge, located at Bodija area of Ibadan, and their hideout in Oyo town in connection with the crime. And they have all confessed to the crime. Upon interrogation, the suspect confessed to the crime and explained their individual roles in the criminal activity. Meanwhile, investigation is in progress. Arrest of armed robbers cum murder. Again on 17th March at about 11:00 hours, one Mrs. Grace Ajibola, an evangelist with Christ Apostolic Church, CAC, Okeimole, Agbeni area, Ibadan, was brutally attacked, robbed, and killed in their residence at Oluyole area, Ibadan, by one Abegunde Olaniyi. The criminal assailant, who had been an errand boy to the victim, hit her with a wooden object, strangulated her, and later carted away her Techno cell phone and her 3 ATM cards. Having discovered a huge sum of money, about 2 million naira, in the victim's bank account, when the victim sent him to withdraw money for her via the automated teller machine, ATM, in one of the new generation banks at Apata area of Ibadan. As soon as the incident was reported at SARS office, a team of operatives embarked on discreet investigation to fish out the criminal assailants, who was later arrested in his hideout in Akure in Odo State. I want to reassure the people that whether the criminal run to hell, we will follow him or her to that place and get him or her arrested. The Techno cell phone, 2 ATM cards belonging to the victim, and wooden object which he used to hit the victim were recovered and being treated as exhibits. Upon interrogation, the suspect confessed to the crime and explained in details how he had already withdrawn cash sum of 120,000 naira only from the victim's bank account before he was arrested. Investigation is still ongoing. Arrest of armed robbers for criminal receivers. On 7th April 2020, at about 16:30 hours, some 3 notorious members of an armed robbery syndicate who specialize in attacking commercial motorcyclists and dispossessing them of their motorcycles intercepted one Kabiru Adewale, a commercial motorcyclist, at a desolate spot at Agodi area, Ibadan. The hoodlums, who were armed with guns, rode on a Bajaj motorcycle, attacked the victim, dispossessed him of his TVS motorcycle, and fled from the scene. However, the victim raised alarm, which attracted a team of operatives who were on routine anti-crime patrol within Ibadan metropolis, and in the process, 2 of the hoodlums, who later identified themselves as Kazim Shegun and Dauda Haruna, were arrested at the scene, while their other syndicate members managed to escape with the motorcycle. 1 double-barrel pistol, 3 live cartridges were recovered from the hoodlums. Investigation is still ongoing. Let me state here categorically that our experience few days back had shown that people are a little bit edgy, even when nothing is happening. Overnight, like I told you, I received nothing less than 15 calls of potential armed robbery attacks. But lo and behold, on all the calls, none was true. They were all false calls. People were a little bit edgy, but I want to reassure them that we have sufficient deployments. Like I've mentioned just briefly, the DPOs have their duties, regular duties of patrol to carry out, has been supported by the area commanders. The headquarters has its own convoy patrol teams 1 and 2 that are also on duty. We also have what we have just inaugurated 2 days ago. We call that one the Special Task Force Team. They are also in the mix. And it's a joint effort with other sister security agencies. Because we do know that the environment, the way people look at it, they exhibit some fears. But we want to reassure them that those fears, as far as we are concerned, I can't say they are completely misplaced, but they are not as high as they are being projected. Somebody called me this morning at about 2 a.m. He sent me a text and wondered how I got the text. And I said that was part of the duty that an average policeman performs because we're on duty 24 hours. He reported an incident. Operatives were deployed, but at the end of the day, we discovered that there was nothing happening around the residents and the areas where the reports were given. We do know that it is not easy. It's not going to be easy for anybody who has exercised some form of fear or who is afraid to be able to do certain things. But let me assure all members of the public that the police at all times are ready to carry out their constitutional responsibilities of the protection of lives and property. When there are issues, we are ready to deal with them at all times. Thank you.